this is going to be a difficult game to mess up because they have a fantastic draft. They have the Grok, they have the high loss. When you look at the lineup of Onic, it's so, what was that word? It's so holistic. Like, it's just perfectly complementary for everything.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing Omega needs to, if they want to cross into the late game, is just not die clear lanes. Which at one point, I think Onic will just find a good lead and just keep pushing.
Right. I was half expecting, obviously, high loss to go mid, but no, Baloyski's on it.
Yeah.
He's on the Grok.
And I feel like we're seeing this a little bit more now, right? Hylos in the side lanes.
Wait a second. It's not Weapon Master. It's pull yourself together.
Yeah.
All right.
Not damage.
Not damage drop.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of focus here in the top, though.
Whoa! Oh, no.
Get taken out. That's going to be a first blood for Kelra. That's huge.
That's a disaster, actually.
Yeah.
Kelra getting that early gold.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Oh!
Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. Chakdu now in trouble. Baloyski looking for a kill. He charges up and grabs one right there. It's now 1-for-1, Onic and Omega.
Gold still, the gold distribution still a lot better for Omega, obviously. Good. It's good that Onyx actually able to answer it right away.
But that's huge, though. First blood going over to Kelra, and when we were talking, this is kind of a big saving grace for Omega. If they allow, once again, Kelra to come online here, especially if he can do it earlier, the better, right?
Sure, yeah, and actually the carry goes online a little bit faster. Oh!
Not much
Sure
more you can do, yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, Kelra is actually going to go online faster compared to a Claude, who needs a lot more items before he can actually do that decent damage.
Yeah, and right now, Omega going to go ahead and contest this turtle. Real World coming down. Baloyski charging up, but it's going to be secured over here for Onic Philippines. That's tough. Grabs a kill here. Etumax goes down. Onic Philippines happy with a turtle and a kill.
And I think Omega understood the assignment that if engagements like those happen, yeah, it looks good for Onic. It's good. It's a great team fighting setup. And that's why Omega, them getting the first 2 kills of the game that they did, it was such a great call by Omega to do that. The pickoffs, the fact that when Ryzen saw Kairi, the rest of Omega just immediately collapsed to Kairi was. And then the sense of Ryzen, I'm not sure who called that, but the fact that it seemed like he got a bit of a look. He got a bit of a preview that Marky was low, even though he was under lane, and Ryzen just flew on over to go there. So Omega understands the assignment here that right now, maybe the best way to keep this game close and find a good early game lead is to get kills elsewhere, not in a total team fight, because they're respecting the capability of Onic to team fight in this game.
Yeah, I feel like that's, again, going to be a very hard thing for Omega to do is team fights, because Onic Philippines has such a good team fight team, right? And that's going to be something that constantly Omega has to deal with. Even if, let's say, Kelra has early items on this carry pick, he's still going to have to worry about actually getting into the team fight, especially with the real world manipulation being dropped down.
Yeah. The rest of Omega is like super squishy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Obviously, aside from the Esme.
But right now,
Oh, will he?
Jack New going to fire back here.
He might be in trouble.
Baloyski going to take quite a bit of damage. Not going to go down just yet. Pops the wild charge. Heart Guard going to be popped here. Looking to grab a kill now on Baloyski. Tempest Blade comes down as well. Going to force them back. They're happy with the kill. Omega finding one.
Yeah, Ryzen flowing really well with the lane. Obviously, taking advantage of the fact that Baloyski was out of commission as well with Flicker.
Yeah. And that was a messy decision by Onic. Although Marky, ooh,
Wow.
great job that he was able to get the marks off and send them back just a little bit. But yeah, messy attempt there for Omega. But right now, Kairi's here and they might be able to contest a turtle. No, not might. They will.
Yeah, I don't even think Omega's going to actually contest this.
That's
Because
a complete Onyx turtle.
again, it's pretty much almost, at this point, it's a losing situation for Omega to fight team fights like that. Especially when they're not fully, I don't even think they were fully regenerated there. So at this point, Onic Philippines now happy with the turtles. They're going to go ahead and push open this top lane, grabbing the first turret of the game. And we'll see after they play around that. Wild charge going to be popped.
That's
such a long
stun.
stun, dude. What is that?
1.8
1.8.
Yeah.
That's forever in MLBB time.
Basically, like, free normal attacks, right?
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do not want to get stunned by this Grok here because It's almost, at this point, I mean, with the lineup they have, it's if he finds that stun, it's almost an automatic death, right? That time it was just himself, so he's going to be fine. And Onic Philippines grabbing the first turret of the game. Now they have a little more space to work with here in the mid lane. We'll have to see. Max could be in trouble here. Black shoes. There's the hard guard, and the Ling trying to do his best here. Ryzen pops Tempest and Blades, looking for a kill on Hatred. Not able to get him, has the safety of the bush. And there you go, pushing him back. Oh, they're not done yet. Beloyski finds the stun, grabs a kill here. Kelra's down. They're going to lose massive damage here. Omega has to do their best to stay alive. Beloyski charges up once again, forcing the flicker out from Max. Now Chaknu flickering out as well. Lots of flickers being used here for Omega.
That's what we're talking about, man. Like completely squishy heroes, and when you get caught out once, you get stunned that one time.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
The healing and magic damage that Omega are dishing out, though, it's actually keeping Onic PH at bay. Like, you see them, once the hard guard is up, like, Ryzen can do some pretty amazing things. And as long as the puppet on the strings, the constant slows, and even the eventual root from the Angela gets dished out, Max is having a good time. So even though this isn't like a traditional team fighting lineup where Omega doesn't have like a beefy frontliners, they have the right tools to keep it competitive, but only in certain moments. Because like even now, Onic just got another turtle because Onic knew that, guys, it'll really be hard for us to fight this. So far what Omega have been doing, they've been going for counter engages, and it's going so well for them.
Yeah, and don't forget, the Esma's not really ready to join the team fights yet.
Yes,
which
exactly.
is the reason why Omega just looks like they are scrounging for a good angle to attack from, because that's all they can do.
And, you know, with those points being mentioned here, I think Omega, let's say even if they fall too far behind to the point where they can't team fight here, one of the great things that they have is clear potential. It looked like they might try to set up something here. Actually, it's just going to be a hard card here for Renzio.
Right, that was weird.
Yeah, interesting, right? But what I was saying is pretty much if they have to just clear minions and defend, it can allow Ryzen to still kind of split push around the map if he needs to. And I think that's what we're going to see them transition to. Because again, like you guys mentioned, early on at this point, they don't really want to fight team fight to team fight.
There was a Windtalker for the fast attack speed and crits, which they definitely need here at this point. Kyrie doesn't seem to be worried, though. The rest of Onic are still walking up on bot side. And they are ready to fight.
Yeah, it's tough here. Beloyski going to charge up, forcing the black shoes, plus the flicker out from Max, who's in a bad position there. This is all for the purple buff. Mind you, the wild charge comes out, no connection. He's going to get focused on the falling star. Comes down too. Check out the back lane. Marky is in trouble.
Marky.
He's still alive. Torn apart. Memory pops. Grabs a kill here. That one's going over to Hatred. They find another double kill. Hatred. Onic Philippines now in full charge. Pressing Omega back here. Taking the tier 1 turret as well. That's going to be a huge win here for Onic Philippines.
Small reprieve there for Omega is at least Kelra got the turret on top side. Got some of that gold. And I don't know, maybe they'll be ready for the fight next time, but I think while time is passing, Onic's lineup is just getting tankier and tankier.
Yeah. Looking at the items right now, Kyrie already has the Twilight armor, and in not full building the Cursed Helm actually picked up the Molten Essence, so we're seeing different versions of how Karina gets built now. Great damage, great HP. Guardian Helmet, it seems like it's becoming a key item to pick up as a Karina. The first Lord of the game is up. Let's see who get it.
Ooh, Kelra's here. Good damage on Beloyski.
Yep, there's a charge. The stun is found here for Max, forcing Flicker out. Tempest Blade's going to be Ryzen as well. Can they grab a kill here? The wall comes out, Guardian Barrier. Ryzen goes down. It wasn't enough. A double kill. Killing spree over for Hatred. Omega is falling apart here. 4 members down. Going to be a free Lord here for Onic Philippines.
Yeah, not as scary as the fight that we saw last game, where it was just a straight up finish after a 4K. And now I think that was just beautifully done and well executed by Onic.
Yeah, we'll see here.
That's stun.
That's stun, man. It's just
catch.
So long.
But this looked frightening for Onic, though. That was a beautiful entry by Ryzen and Renjo. But then the wall with the interrupt. Omega even got the Brody down. But then again, the Karina, the turnaround, Hatred staying alive to deal some taking damage there. It could have gone really bad for Onic. Good thing they held on there, because Omega really fought back there.
It was actually a beautiful set.
Yeah, and
if only Ryzen had enough damage.
Exactly, but also Kelra, like, I don't know if that was just hesitation on his part, because for that whole fight, he was just trying to decide, like, do I go in? Do I dish out damage?
Where do I go?
What do I do, right?
Yeah.
So, again, when we focus so much on Kelra's damage here on this tank shredding hero, and you're not shredding these tanks, you lose a big component to your team composition.
I love the angle on the wall for Beloyski. That stops everyone from going in.
Oh, Omega actually going to make a play here. Getting Marky, he falls down. Real World Manipulation trying to find Etu Max. Forces the flicker out. Tempest of Blades coming down as well. Can he find a kill? But it's going to be an unstoppable Kyrie. And there you go. The Koya's pathway to come down. Etu Max has to get out. It's a 1-for-1.
While they were fighting again, Kelra was just walking away. What is happening? They're losing so much momentum because of that.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I feel like he's having a hard time finding the space that he needs in these team fights. Again, a lot of that has to do with Onic Philippines' tanky front and just the real-world manipulation as well.
They're using Ryzen as like their main initiation tool alongside Renjo, and they're committing Heart Guards onto the Ling, which makes sense. I mean, Omega did succeed there. They were able to get a kill onto Marky. However, Omega might want to consider readjusting the game plan. Maybe this time commit the Heart Guard onto Kelra so Kelra can actually go in and deal some damage there. They can still engage with Ryzen and Renjo. Ryzen just has to be ready to get on out of there after dropping the Tempest of Blades. Renjo will probably have to play Sacrificial Lamb just so that they have enough room for the carry, the Lilia, and the Angela to work their magic.
I feel like that's, I mean, everything that you explained right there, Redmar, is what makes this team composition such a hard thing to be successful at. Because Onic Philippines, like, if you just say, all right, Grok smash, high-low stun, right? And
we fight.
Literally, they're going to come out on top of these team fights, whereas Omega, like, so many little things has to fall in their favor for the team fight to go in their hands, basically. And what we're seeing now is Onic Philippines just grabbing turrets, those tier 2s. The only thing left for Omega is their base turrets, and now the Lord coming up. Can they even contest this?
I mean, I'm sure Ryzen's gonna try. That's just the nature of these junglers, you know. Especially with the Angela Heart Guard, it's gonna be quite viable for Ryzen to try to go for a steal. But first, they need to get that vision, which they are not. They're not even on the same side of the map.
They want that buff.
They're trying to go for a pick off, which is, you know, no one's home.
Yeah. And good call by Onic to rush it now. They didn't get any sign that Omega are nearby. They're just trying to protect their purple buff.
They just want the purple buff. That's their Lord.
Like I said, man, they got to make sure that the purple buff is secured.
Wait, who got it?
I think it might be a visual bug.
Is it with Ryzen?
No way.
Well,
No way.
sometimes this
Huh?
happens and it's a visual bug, so not sure if he got it or not.
Maybe. Oh,
there
it
you
is.
go.
There it is.
For a second, maybe I thought the purple buff just went no.
I was going to say, imagine committing all that and not getting your purple buff, right? So,
Giving away a Lord and then getting your purple stolen.
but check this out. They're doing exactly what I mentioned earlier. They will be able to defend this. They have great clear. Now they're parking Ryzen to go ahead and do the best he can, pushing the lanes, cutting the lanes, doing whatever he can to keep them from pushing in. But let's see. Omega's going to have to defend against this. Flicker comes in, real world manipulation come down. Heart Guard's going to be popped. Another flicker as well. Now they're full force here into the base of Omega. Can they actually push this one in? Check out the back though. Ryzen just behind him. They're going to go ahead and clear this Lord out. Omega loses 2 base turrets.
That was a field trip with Ryzen not really accomplishing that much.
Yeah, he really didn't. And right now, Onic Philippines could be looking to end this game too. But right now, they're actually going to be able to just back off here, looking to take that 3rd and last turret of Smart Omega's base.
I think they're just respecting the possibility of the wave clear here for the Lilia. It's really actually good. So you don't want to go straight up walk up in the base, especially with Etomax alive.
Ooh, Omega have to be careful here, but so do Onic.
Yeah.
Because if they miss a knock-up, it's going to be big.
Pathway comes down, rear world as well. They're gonna
Renjo.
full on fight this. Rise goes in, but look at the stun coming out
Yeah,
from
that's
that
lame.
Grok. That's gonna be huge. 2 down for Omega. They're trying to do their best. There's a double kill going over, but a double kill to Kyrie as well. Omega falling apart here, 4 down. It's only a matter of time, but they are very low here on health. As Max could do his best to defend this. 3 members.
All
But
right.
again, they're going to regen.
Okay.
Okay.
Not able to do
Yeah.
much here. Back here's gonna be
Onic.
No way.
He can't clear the
No
minions
way,
fast
no.
enough.
Okay.
He
Okay.
goes down.
You have another minion. Oh, that's it.
We're going to go to game number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Onic Philippines taking game 2.
Are we even surprised at this point? I mean,
we called it.
it was just such a squishy lineup. Oh my goodness. And you're facing off against a Grok.
Yeah.
Who will definitely stun you for 1.8 seconds and you're gone.
Man, I'll say this: the draft was not pretty
It was not.
for Omega there. We saw the weakness back during the banning and drafting phase, and yes, there was times where it looked like they might have been able to make